We got ourselves some milky oil. All right, guys, we are delivering a 40-footer somewhere in the islands. We're like in the Oak Harbor, San Juan Islands or whatever. Quite the trip up here. There was some pretty sketchy roads and a very, very skinny bridge getting up here. But we got here, had a good 4th. Hopefully everybody else had a good 4th, good holiday weekend. Back to work and back to working on the w9. Hopefully we can pick up where we left off, and maybe this weekend we could actually get a lot more stuff done to it. But this truck, guys, has been just running awesome. This is probably the best $15,000 I've ever spent on a truck. So far I haven't done anything. I mean, it just drives good. So far the only thing I've done is replace these airlines. It had a leak in the fitting at the end over there. And other than that, this truck just the only thing I really see is it needs the torque bars right here. Other than that, I mean, the brakes are good, the tires are really good. This truck just runs. I mean, I'm amazed so far. Well, guys, I'm actually excited to get this thing up and running, most importantly. See how the cat runs. So I'm gonna be doing the engine first. Got this new pipe. See, that's the old one that was bent right there. I picked up for $350 on eBay the full stainless steel coolant pipe kits. We got the lower for the radiator. This one goes next, connects to this one, and that one, I believe this one should be the top one, the top of the radiator. They're stainless steel, so they should look pretty nice. Well, got the bottom radiator pipe bolted in, just for 16mm bolts, and try to find some kind of, I don't want to put the bolts in right here. I want to put something like a valve. That way it'd be a lot easier draining the coolant. Well, finally ready to bolt on the straps for the tanks. All I was missing was this rubber insulation piece. I bought these a whole roll off of Amazon. Kind of don't like it because it's a little bulky. The other ones were nice and skinny. You could actually barely tell. This one, it sticks out quite a bit. It'll work. Maybe later I'll upgrade to the big fat stainless steel straps. All right, we got all the new stainless steel coolant pipes mounted up. Got this stainless steel mid pipe, as long as with the lower radiator pipe, all new hoses and clamps, and it even came with the upper stainless steel pipe right there. And the upper pipe actually has a little fitting right here. So far I just put a block off on it, but I guess you could add some kind of pressure gauge or something to it, or maybe you could actually add the coolant temperature gauge to it, because it looks like it's the same thread as the digital one that I added to the dash on my other w9. So maybe we'll do that on that. And just ready to put coolant in and reconnect everything back up. This is basically, if you need to get the air brakes working, they have to disconnect the air hose from the compressor and just put in a regular compressor fitting on it with a valve. That way you could release the brakes. I guess for when towing and stuff, we don't need this, so we could connect this back right here. And we got the stainless steel step also for the other side, for the passenger side. Already got the old tank off. Of course, his garbage is basically punctured right there, completely opened up. But we got this side. We have to remount this all the way to this side, as well as replace the step brackets as they bent a little bit in. Other than that, there's pretty much no other damage on here. Well, looks like the Pete got some stacks. 120-inch Lincoln Chromes. Now for the Kenworth, I'm probably gonna leave these stacks on for now. Didn't feel like cutting the step, but these are going on the Pete. Basically got these mounted up. The top one, you reuse the stock one, original one, and the bottom one comes with this bracket that you just add to your factory sleeper cab mount. All right, driver's side stack is on. We decided not to go with the straight cut, just a little bullhorn. It looks good with the new visor. And that's our new 20-inch bumper also. 4 brand new batteries in. All we got left is to wire it up. Basically have just 4 grounds and 4 positives wherever they're all at. We got 4 grounds right here, 4 grounds, 1 positive, 2nd positive, and looks like 2 more that could go perfectly right here. And we're finally pouring in the coolant. Almost ready to get her started up. Since I don't have this side on yet, I don't have the step, I don't have the fuel tank, I still want to start it up and run it. What I did is I carry these plugs right here. These plugs saved me on the T660. When I popped one of my fuel tanks, I was able to just plug up the lines. I think this is an AN10 and that one is a smaller bit, like an AN8. All right, she is running. Oil pressure, we got about 75, just like the guy said. This thing was actually dynoed at 485 horsepower with 0 blow-by. Running really good, very smooth. The drop axle hose is leaking somewhere. I still didn't remove the valve right here. So the drop axle hose is leaking right here pretty good. Unless we could probably shut it off somehow. And let's check the dipstick. Looks like we got ourselves some milky oil. If we take it out, looks milky to me. So I basically ordered all these new panels because they're pretty bent up. And this main bracket right here is bent up. So all we're doing is just pushing it out. And it's going. Right, Izzy?
Let me do the daddy thing.
All right, those are all straightened out. Basically ready for the new panels. Even though I could probably salvage those out, but I'm throwing on some chrome stainless steel panels and it'll be good to go. As well as removing those panels, I'm probably gonna get some 4-inch stainless for the sleeper as well. So I got her running for pretty much almost 30 minutes to get her to operating temperature. And look at how much water is inside the engine. Basically, the truck stood for a long time. And I'm thinking it's just condensation because it's clean white water dripping out of the tube. Not coolant, you know, which is a good sign. So we're hoping there's just a bunch of condensation inside the engine because the oil pressure is still really good. Right now, a little bit above 60. Once it's warmed up now, we'll keep it running. Hopefully it clears out. Yeah, what do you guys think about this? Definitely looks pretty milky to me. But the thing is, it was clean water dripping from the crankcase vent tube. You know, it wasn't coolant, which is, I guess, a good sign. So we're gonna do an oil change and we're gonna try running it again up to operating temp. Get it as hot as we can. And hopefully, we're just hoping for some condensation that was just left over inside the engine. It stood without an oil pan for probably about 8-9 months.